Hello friends, today we'll learn how to create a bar chart in Einstein Analytics. So I have already logged into Einstein Analytics Studio, so WCLM Analytics Studio. So here I go to data sets, then you can see I have multiple data sets here. So I'll do one thing, I'll select the DTC opportunity. So this is my big opportunity data set. I'll do it here. So now you can see it is taking time to load. It is loading the data set. So sometimes what happens, if you have created a data set and you have not used that data set since a long time, then that time what will happen, it will take some time to load the data set. Okay. And sometimes also it will throw error. It is not able to fetch that data set. So this is the data set I have created a long ago, so I don't know if it will fetch the data set properly or not, else I'll use another data set. Let's wait for a minute. Okay, so I think it is taking time, so it will not load. So let me refresh the screen. It is gone. Now I'll go to all items, then go to data sets, and then I'll try to use this insurance data CSV. Now, so as we know, the moment we open a data set, it will open that as a lens. Okay. So here, and the default chart type is bar chart. You see, this is the chart mode. The default one is bar chart. Okay. So now what we'll do, we'll try to play with a different kind of bar chart. So we have different types of bar chart, like vertical bar chart, horizontal bar chart, and stacked bar chart. Horizontal, stacked bar chart, vertical. So we have all those. So let's play with them. So to do that, so what I want to do, sum of premium I'll select. So in bar length, as we know, whatever major fields we have or the numeric fields we have, we'll be selecting that here. Then if I'll go to bar, and here we'll be selecting all these string fields or the group by fields, like both string and date fields. Here we can do that. So I'll select bar chart, click on this one, then I'll select product category. So the moment I selected product category, you can see for each product category, that number split into different product categories. So now each product category, sum of premium for that product category, endowment. For life insurance, this is my sum of premium. For money back, this is my sum of premium. So this is the bar chart. So now let me go and change this one. So currently it is horizontal bar chart, so I can change to vertical one. So the moment I'll select this one, you see it changed. So I have another thing called stacked bar chart. So the moment I'll select stacked bar chart, what you will see, these numbers will stacked into a single bar chart. Okay, click on this one, you see these numbers all stacked into a single bar chart. So this is single bar with different partitions in it, and each stack is basically defining the different product categories and their premium, sum of premiums. Or I can convert this to stack one, like this also, or horizontal or vertical, whatever you want. So now I'll go with this bar chart. So the moment we selected bar chart, then let's go to the formatting, like Patel formatting is available for this one. So you can see we have a title here. I'll say premium by product category. Just give a valid name here. Okay. So that title, now you can see it here. So it is like font 14, you can change that to 16 or whatever it is. Currently let me keep 14. Then if I want to add any subtitle, that also I can do, but I don't want to add for now. And also title alignment, if currently it is in center, if I want to change that to left, then you can see it is moved to left. Then if I want to change that to right, then you see it is moved to right. Let me keep that as the center. Then go to bar chart. Okay. So you see here axis mode is small multiples. I can change that to single axis or dual axis. But you see, if whenever I am changing anything, but there is no impact on this one. So when this is helpful, basically single axis and dual axis, whenever we have more than one measure fields or measure values in the chart. So currently I have only one measure field here, so measure value here. Let me select the another one. So I will select, for example, count of rows. You see, so now I have selected dual axis, so that's why you see two different bars now. But there is a problem here. You see, this my number, this is 7.6 million, but this is only 31. But you see, this bar chart is bigger than this one. Why? Because I have selected dual axis. What dual axis does, it will treat each measure as a different axis. Okay, so it will create a different axis for this one. So currently you see 30 is the biggest one, sorry 31, then 30 is the small one, then 31 same, then 31 same, then 31 same. So this is one axis and this is one axis. That's why 70.6 million, then 8.8 million is bigger than 7.6 million likewise. Then 9.4 million is the biggest one in this one. You can see that. So to overcome this challenge, so what we can do, select single axis. The moment I select single axis, you see that axis shrunk to like the lowest. So you see 31 is a very minimal number in comparison to 7.6 million. So that's why you see, though it is showing number 31, but there is, the chart is not, bar chart is not at all visible, because it's such a tiny number against the 7.6 million, right? So if I have a number like something 7.8 or 10 millions, so in that scenario you can see a comparison. So we'll see that in another video. So then we have this auto fit preserve levels. Currently this preserve level, if I'll change this to none, you see this screen will expand a little bit. None, you see the screen expanded and there is a scroll down came up. So this is helpful whenever we want to show that in so this in a dashboard, so that there we can fix the size of this widget in that dashboard. So in that time it is very helpful. But as we are playing with a lens, so it does not make any sense here. Okay. Then let's go to y-axis. Then here you can see show axis, show title. Okay, so title is basically y-axis. You see this product category is the title, and axis is these values are in a axis. So if I select unselect this one, show title, then you see this product category is gone. If I unselect show axis, then see this is gone. This different product category is also gone. So let me show all the axes. I don't want to show a title because I know these are all different product categories, because this level is saying so. So in that scenario I don't need this one. Okay, then again size you can increase or decrease. Here it is auto, you can make it to 30%, 50% or whatever it is, so that you can do. So but I'll keep it as auto. Then x-axis stop here. Okay, so currently it is showing show title. If I'll unselect this one, then this measure will go. Okay, you see sum of premium, count of rows, this is gone. Show title. Then okay, and if you do show axis, then you see that is gone. Okay, this 1 million, 2 million, 3 million till 10 million. See, this axis is gone now. See. So if you don't want this axis, 1 million, 2 million till 10 million, it is greater. So then what you can do, basically uncheck this one. Okay. Then legends. So currently it is showing legends. Whatever you are seeing here, measure premium, sum of premium, count of rows, this we call as basically different legend. So what happens? So if I don't want to show the legend header like measure, then you just uncheck this one. You see, and if I don't want to see these two also, just click on this one and it will not show. So then I'll click on this one. Another thing, I want to show this legend, but I want to show inside chart area. So in that scenario, what will happen? You see the chart expanded till here. Now this one is inside this one. Okay, if I unselect this one, you see this 10 million is here. After that, the legend is showing. If I say show legend inside chart area, then you see that it is inside chart. Okay. Then you can change this to the position. Currently it is right top. Then I want to show that as the top center. If I do, you see it is showing, and it is inside, as it is inside this chart area, it is overlapping with this 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 6 million, this axis. Okay, so let me remove this one. Now you see came here. Now you can see the axis properly. So likewise you can play with it. If I want bottom center, then it will show at the bottom center. If I want to show left top, then we can see the left top. Okay, then I'll keep this at the right top. Now next thing is tooltip. So this will cover in some another video. Then Terralis. If you will enable Terralis here, then this chart will be split into multiple charts. So for example, I want to show this one based on the policy chart year month. You see what it does for each year month. What are the different policies available and their premiums it is showing. Okay, so if I'll remove this show legend, you see these numbers, it is showing like for each year, each month, it is showing like this. So instead of that, if I'll select only year, for each year, what is the each this is the year it is showing, then this is product category, and this is sum of premium and count of rows it is showing. So whenever you have like very small values for a specific field, in that scenario you can go ahead with this Terralis, but else like it is very confusing. So now go to conditional formatting. So this is very important. So what we can do, for example, I want to change color of, whenever I am seeing endowment, I will change color to something. Then whenever I am seeing life insurance, I want to change the color, because now the bar chart is showing same color for all these product categories, correct? So in that scenario, what I'll do, I'll select this product category, then you see automatically now it is changed. Now click on pick values, you see, to select everything, then do done. Now I can go and select the color here. This is red, then this one I'll change to something green, then money graph I'll change to yellow, then turn plan I'll change to blue, then ulip I'll change to this one. You see, now the color of each bar it changes based on my selection, color of selection. So that is how you can do. Then if I go to charts, then if I want to convert that to stack bar chart also, you see this is the stack bar chart. You see, though you are seeing only these numbers, but if I hover over here, it is showing sum of premium and count of rows. So count of rows is there, but it is a very minimal number, it is not showing properly. Okay. So thanks for watching. So we will cover some other topic next time.